Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday. I didn't forget this week. Last week, I was totally, last week, Thursday. I don't know what happened on Thursday. I was off a day last week. So last week, Thursday, went home, did my thing, didn't think twice about it. Friday, I watched the grandkids overnight and my daughter dropped them off at the store like at 3:30. And of course, I left because there are a lot here at the store. And so I went home and I got home and like at 5 o'clock, I'm like, gosh darn it, I didn't do Thrifty Thursday because I had the kids. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, it's not even Thursday, it's Friday. So I was way off on my time. So I apologize for missing last week. And I missed the week before because I was doing that show out in Emmett. So hey, I'm back. Hopefully I can remember. Next Thursday's Thanksgiving, so we won't be live then. The following Thursday, wow, this is going to be the last one for a while. I will be doing a show in Nampa, Vintage Market Days, where I take my show on the road. Basically, I have a big space and I fill it up with all yummy stuff. A lot of it I haven't even had in the store here because it just got shipped in. So it's easier for me just to take it and then I'll bring it back. So if you guys aren't doing anything, I think is it the 5th, 6th, and 7th? It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever that day is. I think it's the 5th, 6th, and 7th of December. We'll be at the Idaho Center at the big Idaho Center right next to it is the horse park. It's another big building. It's huge. We'll be there. So that'll be fun. But the store will be open for normal hours, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. Next week, we will be closed Thursday and Friday. And then we will be back open. So we'll be open Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 to 4. We'll be closed for Thanksgiving, of course. And I will be closed on Black Friday. I have found in the 8 years I've been in business that a lot of people don't shop on Black Friday at small businesses. They kind of do the bigger stores, the mall, and all those kinds of things. So I made a decision a long time ago to not be opened on that day and then just wait and blow it out on Small Business Saturday. Because Small Business Saturday is designed to promote the small businesses. So we're going to have store-wide sale. I'm going to have a really good sale on paint that day. I will announce the sales next week. Everything will be on sale. And we're going to have the mystery bags. You guys love our grab bag mystery bags. I'm going to be making a bunch of them. And actually next Friday, I'll be down here working with the store closed, getting everything ready, making it ready, make sure it's ready for Small Business Saturday. And we'll be doing that. So I hope you guys can all join. All right. You ready? I picked up something because I've been trying to get ready for Vintage Market Days, right? It's so much to get ready to do a booth or, to take your show out of your space, right? So I've been prepping things and I thought, oh my gosh, I need to make some stuff for the store so you can buy as like a gift to give to somebody, right? So I went thrifting. I've been thrifting like every Monday. Me and my husband, we've been having so much fun. I picked this up at one of the thrift stores. It's just, it's actually pretty heavy, pretty substantial, like weight to it. It is a decor, like a home decor stupid sign that, everybody's had in their house, right? I'm going to face it this way so you can see it. There we go. So I thought we would make a gift to give, like for you to buy that you could give as a gift to somebody and also inspire you to perhaps make some of your own Christmas gifts. I thought this would be fun, right? Isn't he a regal gent? So this thing right here, it's kind of funny because I was just telling Gary Ann, wow, I could just paste this over the top and it would look like it belonged. But we're going to do a little bit more than that. So let's bear with me. Let's do a full decoupage, start to finish. I got time today since I told you I'd make it up to you from me missing. So the first thing we always do, of course, is to clean it, scuff it up a little bit. But I'm going to just go ahead and paint this white because the decoupage paper will not shine through or show very well if it is not on white. So when you hop on, say hi, let me know what you guys are doing. I'm streaming from 3 platforms today. I am on YouTube. I almost said Netflix. I wish I was on Netflix. Well, it's going to be a documentary, if anything, how a lady went insane from owning a furniture painting business. And then went ballistic one day. No, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram live. If it's not a little red button up there, then I'm not live and you're catching the replay. And either way, I appreciate you guys watching. You know, the way to support a small business if you don't live here is to watch and like and comment on their stuff, because the more people that watch and like and do all that, the more people it gets shown to. Social media is a very hard place to be right now because it's not like it used to be. My videos used to be seen by tens of thousands of people all the time. Nope, not no more. Less than 1% of my audience sees my stuff regularly, and I post daily. So, hi Jansky, hi Kim. Hello, Mercy Day. What is your first name? I recognize you, but I can't think of who it is. Is it Diane? Can't remember. When you guys don't have your real names like on your handles, it's hard for me to obviously remember who people are. Because my handles was different too, right, on YouTube than it is on anything else. Let me get my little dryer dealy pop out. Force that to dry. Just a thin coat of white paint, right? Super easy. I use Dixie Belle's Fluff. Oh, it is you, Diane. That's what I thought. I know who you are. I mean, of course I know who you are, but I was like, is that Diane? You're going to love this one, Diane. This is a rooster like you did in class. So you guys, I just posted some new classes for the first of the year. Let's just put that to the side, and we're going to do the tissue paper, and hopefully it'll dry quicker. So I just posted like 4 new classes. I finally got my you-know-what together. And I posted some classes for 2026. Can you believe that? Are we saying that really out loud? Who remembers the 2000 thing, right? What was that called? YK 2000, where the world was going to end and none electronics were going to work. And was that really seriously 26 years ago? Are we that old? So this guy is going to fit really good on there. I'm just going to take a wet paintbrush and I'm just going to kind of jiggy my edges because I don't want them to be straight. I will tell you it's easier to hide those edges if you don't make them straight. And even though I don't want to lose a lot of his rooster tails and stuff, I'm just going to lightly pull it just so that it's a little jiggy instead of just straight. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I just feel that it looks better in the long run. It looks more natural, even if you do lose some of your design, than if you don't. But yeah, it's literally going to be 26 years. I mean, yikes. I know, we're not getting any younger. The years fly by. Especially when you get old. The years fly by and you're thinking, wasn't I just 30? No, my kids are in their 30s. Like, how does that happen, right? Yeah, I don't know. So the first class we have is in January. That is the macrame class. It is filling very fast. So if you would like to sign up for that one, she is doing a really cool wood slice hanger. So that is a fun one where she's going to teach you. It is beginner level. All of her classes are beginner level, beginner, intermediate. You don't have to know anything about macrame to know how to do it because we provide all the material, all the instruction, hands-on instruction, and you leave with the finished piece. So that class is taught by Tawny, who is a vendor here in my store, and she owns Naughty Tawny. You'll see her around town at shows and stuff. She does a lot of shows. She's an awesome macrame artist. So that one is available. That's a $50 class. Then we're going to start the year off in February with painting. I believe it's February 7th is the Bring Your Own Furniture class. That's where you bring a small piece of furniture and I teach you how to paint it start to finish. That class has not changed in price in 8 years. It is $68. It's been $68 since I started. I've never changed it. So that's one thing that's steady. I haven't ever changed that. Can't say the same thing about prices of our groceries though, can we? Okay. Almost. And then the next class will be February 21st. That is the blending class. So those of you that have taken the Bring Your Own Furniture class in the past, the blending class I get asked for quite a lot from you guys. And that's where I teach you how to use up to 3 colors and blend on the piece of furniture. The same rules apply. A small piece that you can carry in yourself. You will need to have your piece prepped and ready to paint, meaning sanded, washed, and ready to paint. We will not be doing that in class. That class is $78. That is a smaller class because I will also be painting a piece during that class. So it's really fun to get to learn how to do those things. I show you, I let you put your hands on my brushes, I show you on my piece. We take a sample board, I teach you how to do it, and off you go. So it's super fun. So the prerequisite is you must have taken the Bring Your Own Furniture class because good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too. I'll see you Saturday. All right. So the rooster. Going to spray the back of him with a little bit of water. I've been doing this a lot more lately. I hadn't ever done it, and I've noticed for me, it helps the tissue paper lay down with less bubbles. So use a fine mist sprayer. Spray the back, not the front. Want to do any good on the front. The paper doesn't soak in on the front, or the water doesn't, because of the ink on the front of the paper. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. We could put them all to one side. Actually, not a bad idea. I might just do that instead of in the middle. And then we can paint more on this side. So I'm going to fold half of it up. I'm going to take the satin clear coat from Dixie Belle and lay it down on here. Gosh, what did I get in my brush? Just wash this brush. Oh, I bet you don't know what. I dropped it. It's picking up all the garbage off my floor. You don't want that stuff underneath the decoupage paper, because if you do, it'll just decoupage it down. So then you're going to lay that down. You're going to use a brush, a dry brush, and just smooth it out. And since I have been wetting my paper, my decoupage has been really smooth. So a trick that I wasn't doing and I forgot about, and then I'm like, oh wow, yeah, duh. And then you will just top coat over the top of that. But let's do this first. Let's put this back. Put the rest of our satin clear coat. This is a Dixie Belle product. It is the only thing I use for decoupage. It is the best, absolutely the best decoupage medium, way better than that Mod Podge crap. Don't use that. Use this. You'll love it. It doesn't bubble. It just does a really seamless kind of adhesion. And I didn't get any bubbles or wrinkles. I did get some white paint on top of that rooster, but that's okay. We'll fix that. So it's super smooth. Then you're going to take put clear coat over the top and seal it in, okay? It's that simple. So you probably have old art laying around that no longer fits your decor. We all do. Or you bought some at a yard sale or bought it at a thrift store or what have you. And this is what you can use to recycle it, right? Don't give it to the thrift store. Save it for yourself. who has this stuff laying around, like this piece of art that I just did. I look for them. If they're on good wooden bases, they're way cheaper to buy there than it is to just go buy like a canvas or something to put them on, and way cuter. Picture frames, old sayings, you know, before, all the things, right? All the things. I'm gonna try to dry this. I put too much top coat on, I know that, so it'll take a hot minute. I was a little too liberal with my top coat. I tell you, I'm a very heavy-handed painter, and I know that about myself, but just gonna wipe it a little bit. Isn't he pretty, Diane? It reminds me of the one that you did in class. So this is just a fun way to give accent. Like I said, this would be a great way to make your own Christmas gift. The whole thing behind Thrifty Thursday is to show you guys how to upcycle things that you have around your own home and to make them. And or come and buy this finished piece for me if that's not your jam, you know. I get it. But this time of year, I've been making snowmen like crazy and the reindeer. But I decided I would do one as a gift because I have plenty of the others out there right now. And they're so fun and they're so easy. And you can relatively turn them pretty quick. So this didn't take too long to dry. This is just a craft dryer I got on Amazon. It works really well. It's very hot though. This one will burn you. This can also act as a heat gun. So be very careful when you're using one of those. I used to use a blow dryer, but this one just works just a little bit better. Now the paper is still wet underneath. I can feel that it's tacky, but at least it will allow me now to paint around it because I've pretty much dried the sides of this pretty well. And even if the paint mixes with the clear coat, that's okay. Okay, just around the sides. Now I pulled a couple colors out of my stash of magic colors over here. I pulled Holy Guacamole, which is one of my favorite colors. Oh, you bought the two snowmen? I made a whole bunch more, Kim. Oh yeah, you came when I wasn't here that weekend, huh? Yeah, I have some more if you need more. They're really cute. I made more cabinet doors. I have Rusty Nail, which is the same color as like the rooster. I pulled some Cobalt, which is in his feathers. I might just use this as like a little accent one. I poured put too much in there. I probably need like a dark green or something, or even a lighter one. This is collard greens, which is a really cool like army green color. Cool army green color. So you guys, is everybody ready for the holidays, or are we still? I mean, how can Thanksgiving be next week? So we've got Rusty Now, which is the orangey rusty one, Cobalt, which is the bright blue, Holy Guacamole, which is the light green, and dark green is collard greens. So I'm not going to texture this one because it's going to take too long. So I'm just going to start by dabbing my brush and then kind of offloading it and basically just tapping this to try to blend. I looked at the colors on here and I thought, well, it kind of has a look of a greenish color, and then I'm going to add the collard greens. Now I don't care that it's not exactly the same color because it doesn't matter. This is a R14 brush. This is a newer paintbrush, and I bought a bunch of these now to use for classes. This does work a little bit better if you have texture down as opposed to just going in like this. I'm going to grab a lighter color too to soften this up a little bit. So usually what I do when I'm doing this kind of application is I start to do it and then I add the colors as I go, right? Because I'm never sure what's going to look good until I actually apply it to the piece. There it is. I'm going to grab some Sawmill Gravy if I can find it. Of course, I can never find it. Sawmill Gravy is by far one of my most favorite off-whites that Dixie Belle has in their arsenal. Drop cloth is close to Sawmill Gravy in colors. And remember, it's all about the layers. So a lot of times I will add a texture layer first, because when you add a texture layer down, it helps to camouflage everything. So we've got the class coming up here in December for the vintage. We're going to do the cabinet doors again with the pictures on them, and we're going to be texturing on that. So I'm going to grab some Sawmill Gravy because I want to lighten this up a little bit. I don't know how to do this so my hand's not in the way. How do I? Without going on the other side of the table, so you can kind of see. If I turn it like this, there we go. So my hand won't be in the way. So I'm just going to hit on the paper too, right? I'm not afraid of the paper, but do you see what just happened? Is, can you see? Are you low enough? It's as low as my can. That's as low as it'll go. Is I am just tapping, and then the Sawmill Gravy integrated with the collard greens and the holy guacamole, and suddenly, hard to tell where the paper starts and stops, right? We'll still run some of the bright blue through here when this is a little more set and dry, and then it will help bring everything together, okay? Because the holy guacamole is not the exact same color as this, but then I tap a tiny bit of Sawmill Gravy in there, and suddenly, and if you get crazy with your paint, just use your fingers to kind of make it. This little tapping motion is how you blend this out. I'm going to just grab a touch of the darker green and just, I don't really think about how I'm doing it. I just kind of put the paint down. And don't be afraid to really go onto the tissue paper, because then what that does is make it become part of the whole entire design. Makes sense? Anybody have questions? Hi, Denise. You enjoyed doing your chicken picture? Denise, on the blending class, no, we do not decoupage. That is blending paint, all just blending paint. And more of, no, that's not a decoupage class. That would be an extensive class. I could do one of those eventually, but no, the blending class, you gotta basically, if you really want to do the big pieces of furniture, you can, I teach you how to do the blend with like up to 3 colors, how to blend them seamlessly into each other. So yeah, we could do that in a future date, the blending with furniture, but boy, that'd be I'd have to have the prerequisite too, where you'd have to have taken something from me, because you'd have to come with it totally prepped and done, because picking the tissue and getting it laid out. Yeah, the only tissue paper ones I've been doing are the sign classes. So it's the same concept, you guys. It's just a little sign as opposed to a big piece of furniture. It's the same exact technique. So remember, I'm offloading my brush as I go. So sorry you can't see. I'm trying to make it so you can see, and my hand isn't in the way of the camera. So don't be afraid to go onto the paper. I'm going to try to really not hit the design, of course, on his cone up here too much. I don't want to get rid of his cone. A little bit of white so that it blends in seamlessly better. There we go. Come down on that paper so it appears that it's all one, right? Yeah, the blending class is more of a blending technique like this back here. Let me show you. Whoops. Like this piece right here. So where we do, I mean, those are dark colors. So that's a red, an orange, and a black. blended. So where you get to learn how to do that. It's a more advanced technique than just tapping. So super fun though. You should take it. You would really enjoy yourself. Still the same parameters as the bring your own furniture. It has to be a smaller piece. I don't have room for you to bring a buffet, nor would we ever get it done. I'm just going to add a little bit of that dark green in there, and the paint is still wet. So while the paint is wet, I have the ability to keep going. Now I noticed that I'm rolling up my tissue paper here because it wasn't dry. Now it will dry into the paint, which is fine. But obviously, if you guys do this, let your stuff dry thoroughly. It's kind of hard for me when I do a live to ever allow myself that kind of time, unless you wanted to be on here for 6 hours. Usually the reason that I do so many projects at a time back here is because one's drying, one's doing something else. You know, they're all in different stages of being finished and completed. That's why they're always different back here. What do you guys think of him so far? He's pretty. So I'm going to try to keep his tail feathers as much as I can, right? I'm going to just use the edge of this brush as small as I can. I could get a smaller artist brush out, but I can do it. I can do it. I say now, I'll probably hit the whole thing. I'm trying not to get too much on his tail feathers, but another way to paint is with your finger. When you have those little tight spots and you want to get something on. And this has a clear coat on it, so you can use a little more pressure. Where's that little brush I was just using? I just use this one I used for the water. That'll work. I don't really want to cover up his tail feathers. Use the right tools, Debbie. It helps. Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving? Who's leaving town? Anybody going anywhere fun? You going on vacation? Anybody going to Hawaii or anything? Can I live vicariously through you? I am taking my annual vacation in January, like I do every year. We were going to try to go somewhere different, but we're going back to Costa Rica. I just can't stay away from that country. And I think we know it so well now, and it's so relaxing to us that we just can't stay away. So yeah, I will be taking 2 weeks in January. I got some big things happening in the first of the year in my store. Nice, fun, exciting things. I'm stoked about it. So there's going to be some big changes around here, but it's going to be for the best. Pivot is what my word was for 2025, because with the industry and the market and everything, you know, in order for me to stay in business, I've got to pivot. If I don't, I'm not going to make it. So I'm trying to think of ways to stay in business, because it ain't been easy, you know, not even a little bit. It's not been easy at all. So I'm going to throw some of this rust color in here, this rusty nail. Going to a friend's house? Nice. My daughter's, she hosts Thanksgiving, so we get to go over there. Her and I cook, you know, do all the things. We don't have to make the turkey. Her father-in-law actually puts it on his smoker. So that's really a treat, because we used to do 2 turkeys. He used to do a smoked, another, and finally we just said, these turkeys are fabulous. Why are we doing 2? We always have too much food. So we quit doing 1. So now we just get to, we make all the stuff that goes with, you know. So we spend the day, play with the kids. My husband plays with the kids, and my son-in-law, you know, they watch football, and we cook, and then everybody comes over and we all eat more than we should, and then we go on. And then on Friday, the store will be closed. I always take that day, like I said, because I have found in the past, and you know, I've done this, had my store for 8 years now. I find that people tend to shop the bigger stores. They just do. And that makes sense. I mean, they're the ones with all those big deals. But I know that now these bigger stores are doing Black Friday now. I'm like, it's not Black Friday. Do you guys remember back in the day, like setting your alarm clock for 4 a.m. to get up to go to, I remember buying my kids their presents that year from, we were in California, and I remember telling my husband he had to go, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You're up anyhow." He comes home and he goes, "I will never do that again." We had to get them bikes, the kids matching bikes. I will never. I don't think it's like that anymore. I have never been one to get up early. I'm not one to get up early ever, but I've never been one to go shopping. I don't care how cheap it is to deal with a million people. It's not my jam. So let's take a little bit of this blue and let's see what we can do. Like, I'm talking minuscule amount on my brush. Can you see it? Or can you not? Wipe it off. And I kind of want to just run a vein up here of it. Oops. Run a vein of it right here. And just kind of fade it in because of the blue that's already on there. And then again, run a vein of it over here. This brush has this wild hair over here that I think I'm going to cut off. It got, see how this is hanging like right here? This is driving me nuts. What happened was it got put away wrong, and so now it's never going to go back down. So the blue and kind of the rusty color is in my brush still. Tap, 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 tap. Now look at how we pulled across this blue over to there, right? How easy was that? You guys, you can make your own gifts, or you can come and buy them from me. Either way. I mean, would you rather get this, or would you rather, you know, get something you got at, you know, Target and everybody else has, and it didn't take any thought? And you're buying things just to buy things. To me, if it doesn't take any thought or consideration, why do it? And then add a little more green. It's going to really mute that out in there. Now we've got a little more white up here. It's all about the layers and then just adding them in so that way we have a little bit here and there. A little bit of this blue right here. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that rust color, the rusty nail. Hi, Ronnie. Yeah. Why am I not doing YouTube? Have you not seen the video from me? You're on YouTube right now. Of course I'm doing YouTube. I'm live on there, aren't I? That's how you're watching me. I just posted a short the other day. I haven't been able to make any full-length videos because I've been trying to get ready for all these shows I'm doing. I have the content, and I have my private group that I have to feed before I feed YouTube because they pay me for my content. YouTube doesn't pay me yet. Yet. I'm still using the paint that's on my brush. So it's got rust, it's got purple, it's got the blue, it kind of makes a purpley color, but see how it's now all of a sudden coming together, right? Isn't that cool? And it just seamlessly comes together, right? Add those colors in as a little blurb. Now, you know, the outside of this frame, I can paint whatever color I want, probably this Holy Guacamole color, just to make it match. A couple coats around the outside, which if I would have been smart, I would have painted first. So then you have a finished edge, right? Let that dry. And then you have a piece of art that you can give away for a present. You know, with a $4 or $5 frame that I picked up of an old home decor sign from the thrift store. Will you guys try this? Have you tried this? I mean, I sell all the stuff to do. If you make numerous ones, and if you are like a lot of people, like Denise and Ronnie, you guys have paint. You already have the paint, you know. I need to order more 4-ounce sizes so we can do more crafty projects. Like with this stuff, you hardly use any paint. But the thing about it is once you get the paint in your arsenal, the paint doesn't go bad. So once you get enough jars of paint, and even these colors that are just accent colors like Holy Guacamole and that, They don't go bad. I opened a jar of paint here about 6 months ago that I had found that I got before I opened my store. It was 8.5 years old, and it still was, it was a little thick, but it still was fine. So that you guys, as long as you store the stuff with winter here, do not store your paint outside. Your paint needs to be in your home, in a climate, regular house. Don't put it in your garage. You put it in your garage and it freezes, it's gone. You'll never use it again. So paint the outside of the frame, 2 coats. The black was fine, but I think the green looks better. It makes it look more finished. I'm going up with my paintbrush because if I went down, I would ruin what I did on the front. So what do you guys think? He's cute, huh? A doodle doo. Where's my chicken lovers? Diane, it's available. Diane loves the chicken. She buys this all the time. He's cute. I need to bring in more decoupage that's small like this. I always do the big ones because I'm always keyed on doing it for furniture, but I personally need to bring in some more. So what do you guys think? Super fun, right? Anybody have any questions about what's happening with us or going on in the store or anything? I do hope to see you next week. This weekend, we've got tons of stuff still. Like I say, I'll be at Vintage Market Days the 1st of December. Come see me there at the Idaho Center. I will be here for Small Business Saturday, store-wide sale. If you guys buy paint, you're gonna want to come and buy paint that day. It's the cheapest I ever put it. I never mark it down this much. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I will announce it next week, Wednesday. But it'll be everything in the paint room will be on sale. The whole entire store, everybody's stuff, vendors included, will be on sale. And we will be doing some big reshaping of the store in the next year. So thanks for joining me, you guys. The green definitely looks better, right? It does. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions, let me know. And this decoupage paper, I think I have more. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But I need to order more because he's super cute. I need to order more of the small ones instead of the big ones. Look at these that I just got. Oh, I want to show you this. Can you see? I can't really move. Oh, I can. Let me get it. I want to talk about something else I just did because I've never done it before, and I am over the moon stoked. Like over the moon stoked. Let me grab mobiles here. So this right here is me. This right here is a piece that I just picked up. So let me explain what I did. I did have to sand down the drawers, which are fairly easy because they're pretty flat. That's why the drawers are done before the drawers. So this started out like this. Okay, this is the original finish. I took the drawers and I sanded them down to the wood, which was still a red color. I applied Dixie Belle's wood bleach kit. I have never used it. I have been waiting for the perfect piece. It's a 2-part kit. This is so dark and so red. You put on part A, you wait for 10 minutes, you put on part B, you walk away, wait overnight. The next day you come back, and this is what happened. It went from this to this. I mean, can you even believe how magnificent that is? The wood grain on this piece, like Ronnie said, is phenomenal. But stripping an entire piece is just not what I say is a good time. So what I'm going to do is I will do the top. I will strip it, but it is different wood than the drawers. I will bleach it. I will do these 2 doors, and then I will paint what's left because, but this right here, I just had to put it in to see what, look at the difference. The dark brown to the light with the wood bleach kit. I had no idea it worked so well. No idea. So it's really in this year, this light color wood. So in. And I did a quick video on it. It's going to be a YouTube. It's probably 4 minutes. I need to edit it, but it is unbelievable, right? So I will post that. How easy this was. I haven't used it. It's been out for a couple months. And I was like, yeah, right, it's going to work. And I thought, is it going to work on this? Because this wood is so dark. And boy, oh boy, did it. And if you want it to be even whiter, you can bleach it a second time. I did take, it was lighter. I did take a light colored stain and I watered it down till I used it like a wash and wiped it off really quick, just so that everything would even out. Because the bleach in some spots, like I noticed, like I dropped, you can't tell, but like right here on this one right here, I had it and I had dripped on here and I didn't realize it. And so it took it, I don't know, it like lightened it in a spot. So that's why I had to put I glazed the stain on it. And wow, I mean, this is going to be a cool piece. I don't do a lot of regular wood pieces, but the grain on this was too beautiful, but it was too ugly, right? With this brown look. I mean, the color is pretty red brown. So yeah, I can't see me stripping the entire thing because the drawers are easy, right? These curved things are going to be a bitch because my orbital sander is round. I do have a square one too that I can use, which I'm going to. But when you have that curved, and not only is it curved, there is this whole lip. So this has to get all the way sanded. It ain't easy. It takes a lot of work to do that stuff. So that's what I'm going to hope to get done next week. And then I will paint the base. I don't know what color. I'm trying to think. I think it looks cool with the dark actually right now. But mind blown. So that's Dixie Belle's wood bleach kit. I do have them in stock. I'm not sure that on the website I added them. I will see. They're only 20 bucks. 20 bucks, part A, part B. Don't be stupid like me and not wear gloves because I burned a hole in my hand. So be careful. I think the second part is like an acid-based thing because the first part was fine. And then the second part, I was like, ow, 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 and I had to go run over. That's probably why I have those spots on there because I didn't notice them. And then after I burned myself 3 times, I decided I would wear gloves. You know, don't have to tell me twice, only 3 times. Jesus. So yeah, you know, do as, you know, read the instructions, but don't follow them. Hey, act like the kids. Yeah. All right, you guys. So have a really great day. I will be here. Gary Ann's off for the next couple of days, so I will be manning the fort back and forth. Let me show you this other piece. This is going to be available real soon. This one's pretty. This is a coal blend. It looks kind of funky on screen, but it's actually really pretty. It is very dark and dreamy. The hardware. I added this. This is wood you bent. The hardware. There was no hardware with this piece. It came without. I don't like flat pieces without hardware. I had to re-drill the holes, so I filled them, and then I re-drilled them, and then I pulled out these, and I rusted them, but they're not rusted enough, so I'm going to redo them, hopefully in the next couple days, so that they truly are very, because these have gray and stuff, they need to be truly patina rusted. So, yes, but she's pretty, right? And the top turned out gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's been stained with a dark stain and top coated with the 1-hour enamels clear coat. So anyhow, if you guys have any questions, you need any help, let me know. And hopefully I will see you all soon. Okay, go on, be fabulous. Have a great Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you, because I won't talk to you next Thursday or the following Thursday. I will try the following Thursday to come on live. I always say that, and then I never do because I'm always setting up my booth. But I will try this time because the show doesn't start till Friday. So hopefully by then I'll be done and ready to be like, because on that show I set up on Wednesday and Thursday. So a 2-day setup for a 3-day show. It literally takes me an hour to tear it down. 2 days to set it. That's sick. All right, you guys, go out, be fabulous. Have a great evening. Let's talk soon. Ta ta.